Hey everybody, I'm Dork the Mighty, and today I'm going to be teaching you how to play Nekusar. And if you don't know how to play Nekusar, well then that's fine. I'll just show you some of the things that you're gonna need. You're gonna need some of that, and also that, and I don't know, maybe some of that. All right, moving on. Let's just if you're not into that kind of thing, instead we can show you how to play Nekusar. If you don't know who Nekusar is, then get out of the rock you've been living under, because holy shit, this guy is an absolute goddamn monster. Nobody actually likes to play against this guy, and I'm going to show you why that is right now. So basically, his entire playstyle is to be able to make it so that you are either forced to draw cards so you take a fuck ton of damage. So we're going to solve that by making it so that everybody has a fuck ton of cards. Anytime anybody does anything, they draw cards. Also, considering everybody's going to have a lot of cards in their hand, they're going to need to discard, so you're going to want to make it so that you can, play off of that with these things. Now, considering everybody's going to know, probably since you're playing Nekusar, that they're going to have to hit you really hard so that you die at one point, you're gonna want to make it so that people can't hurt you real good with those guys. So, everybody's going to be drawing cards, and you're going to want to make it so that anytime somebody does draw cards, some bad shit happens. And that's some good shit. So bam, just make it so that anytime anybody does anything, they get hurt, because you don't like God. I don't know. And then you can just force people to draw cards with a bunch of other shit. For example, you can make it so that people cycle, so you can just force them to draw cards, take the big old damages, and make it so that they take the big old damages every time they discard. Or you can make it so that you draw cards whenever they discard with the damages. Or maybe you could just just have another goddamn turn with Waste Not. So yeah, there's a lot of shit like this. This is probably the worst of the bunch, in the sense where you're gonna wish you were dead, because nobody likes this card. This card is actually arguably even worse, but a large percentage of this stuff is basically just to make it so that everybody has to drop their hand and then just draw a new one, because if anything screams damage, it's recycling through your entire goddamn day. Now, since you're going to be drawing a whole lot of cards because of this, you're going to want to make it so that you can have as many cards in your hand as humanly possible. I picked up the wrong stack for that. My bad. Holy shit. I'm an idiot. Bam. This one. Do it. Ugh. Now, every time you're going to draw cards, you're going to want shit to happen. So, I mean, bam, stack them up. You get that fucking Nif Mizzet, get that goddamn Locust God, maybe get that Psychosis Crawler. And if you made somebody draw more cards than maybe you wanted to, you could just Notion Thief it and draw those instead. And then Decree of Pain, because nobody likes you, I don't like you, and maybe your mom doesn't even like you. Who even really gives a shit at this point? Get the fuck out of here. Now, for Planeswalkers, I personally suggest these two, just because this guy is a goddamn no-brainer, and she is hot, because it looks like there's fire out of her hands. Now, here's the big old problem with this deck, and I've never done a video on a deck like this before, in the sense where it's got an infinite combo, sort of. The problem with this infinite combo, though, is that you can totally kill yourself with it. However, I'm also one of those people that doesn't like to run Laboratory Maniac, because I don't like win conditions, but you can totally do that. I won't even frown upon you. I will shit on your grave, though, because I don't like graves. So, ultimately, Nekusar is a really goddamn powerful commander. The only problem with him is the fact that he doesn't really sustain damage very well. He builds up kind of slow, depending on the mana rocks that you're using, and that's pretty much his only weakness. He doesn't gain life very quickly, so shutting him down in terms of damage with sheer aggro is actually not that hard. Permanent removal can kind of shut him down too, but other than that, most of his stuff relies on things that kind of pillow stack with each other, and even then, it can be kind of difficult to keep track when you can totally take 780 points of damage in one turn, because you just cycled through your entire goddamn library. But I would totally recommend this deck to anybody who doesn't like to have fun. So now you know the proper way to play Nekusar. The answer is Bleach.